Alright, so we're going to go over some safety issues with your camera to start off. First, I want you guys to all check your straps. You want to make sure your strap is doubled over when you put it in. So there's a little item here. You want to make sure there's 2 loops that goes through it. I've seen multiple cameras. I want it to look like this. I've seen multiple cameras fall off of people. I've seen people drop cameras in the middle of Vietnam in the water, never to be recovered. I'm going to just check everyone's to make sure. So real basic camera operation. Make sure your strap is around your neck. It's a good insurance policy. Once again, I've seen people drop their cameras a lot. If it's not around your neck and you want to carry your camera another way, take your strap, loop it around, and then you can hold it this way. You can shoot from the hip, around. You might even want to wrap it a 3rd time, give it real tight. That way if you're like rock climbing or something and you're shooting and you let go, your camera is safe. So really important. It is a really cheap insurance policy. So next thing we have your zoom. So this zooms out, wide angle. All you have to do is look at your lens and look down for the lowest number. That's the widest angle. You zoom in, that'll make your subject come closer. That'll be the higher number. There's a little button called your diopter. Everyone look through their camera and adjust their diopter and make sure it's focused to your eye. This is going to change depending on your eyesight. So this is like going to the eye doctor. Move it back and forth and just make it till your image gets as most in focus as possible. Has anyone ever used this before? Yep. Has anyone never used this before?
1 or 2?
1 or 2, right.
What are you pressing?
The rabbit or the pig?
It's a style right there.
Oh.
So basically you want to get a subject in focus, as much in focus, and then play around with this little diopter right here until it becomes as much in focus as possible. This is going to change from person to person because it's all based on your eyesight. This has no effect on the actual image quality or image that's in focus. It only has to do with your eyes. So is everyone good there? Okay. We're going to go over a quick cleaning lesson and then we'll get started. So, what should you never clean your lens with?
Your shirt.
Your shirt, why?
It's rough and scratchy.
Scratches, it's got oil on it, nasty stuff. What else should you never do?
Wet it.
Wet it with what?
Water.
Water, right? What else?
Saliva.
Never go like this. That's awful. I know, I did that just for demo purpose. Why is that awful?
Moisture.
Moisture, what else?
Germs.
Germs. Your mouth is full of bacteria.
Let the dog do it.
Protective coating on your lens. With that bacteria, your bacteria can actually eat away the coating on your lens.
Oh, hi.
So the way you want to clean this, first you take a blower brush and get all the dust, especially where we are in Tanzania, it gets dusty and dirty all the time. Then you want to just take your cloth, I like these microfiber cloths, and start from the center and work your way out. Start from the center and work your way out. And that's it. Then you have a nice clean lens. I clean my lens at least once a day, probably more. I've had lenses that have lasted me 15 years. So cameras for me are disposable, where lenses are lasting a lot longer.